Hey, it's Rob, the Ignorant Entrepreneur. Hope you're doing well. The question for today, should you prepare for a housing market crash in 2021? Now, this has, of course, been interesting to me because I've been interested in getting into some real estate. And, of course, you see a lot of different sites talking about, oh, there's a crash coming, this, and that. Well, let's take a look. First off, we have Tabitha Mazzara, Director of Operations at mortgage lender MBanc. And basically, I have a quote from her to kick this all off. She says, people are saying we're in a housing bubble, but I don't think the term housing bubble is the right description. A bubble is something that is going to pop. I look at it as a phase. The market is cyclical, and there may be some slight correction, but it won't be nearly as bad as what we saw in 2008. What's different today from what we saw in 2008 is that people who are qualifying for loans are actually qualified. They are creditworthy. We're in the situation we are now because of simple supply and demand. Meanwhile, Erik Wright of New Horizon Homebuyers has a similar take, saying, personally, I think the factors influencing our current market are much different than in 2008. I'm expecting the market to begin to cool off, but for it to be more of a plateau than a crash. However, I'm always looking for how I can be prepared just in case something drastic happens and we do experience a real estate crash. Well, I'm much more well-versed into stocks, but I do know that this is a unique time, as it was for stocks a year ago. I mean, if you did ask people, was the stock market going to move the way it was, there just weren't too many people that thought it was going to do what it's going to do. So, of course, nobody can really determine what the future is, but we're looking at patterns and we're just trying to make sense of what we have currently. Now, I think that the idea that these people are talking about, which really just boils down to trying to prepare for a possible real estate crash, is sort of like trying to prepare for a possible house fire. Now, moving on, the advice I got for homeowners that aren't looking to sell is that if you're not looking to sell, you may be wondering if you should consider refinancing your home to save money over the life of your mortgage loan. To which I say this, the experts are saying that if you already own a home and aren't planning to sell, you should still refinance now for incredibly low rates, allowing you to sit tight and weather any storm that hits the market. Even if you've purchased your home in the past few years, you should take some time looking at refinancing mortgage rates. I mean, Peter Murray, owner of Murray Steel Buildings, a residential and commercial construction company, says that the past 12 months have brought out mortgage financing rates that are lower than they've ever been. Depending on your financial standing, you might be able to refinance at a rate around 2.5 to 3.5%, which could save you tens of thousands of dollars, if not more, with a 30-year mortgage. And of course, it never hurts to shop around for refinancing quotes. Now, for the homeowners that are considering selling, perhaps your home's value has temporarily escalated due to the current market and you're tempted to sell it now to reap the profits that won't be available forever. So experts are saying if you are considering selling within the next few years, now is the time. The market is hot, interest rates are low, and you'll get the best offer for your home. That's something you've probably been hearing recurrently, but also keep in mind that if you're selling at a time when prices are high, you're buying at a time when prices are high. It might be best to secure the next living situation before putting your house on the market so you can avoid being stuck. Now, advice for the potential home buyers, myself included. Of course, everyone's going to recommend avoiding overpaying if possible. Now, obviously, the market is extremely competitive now. I mean, we're seeing many homes for sale receiving 10 to 25 cash offers, which will generally mean overpaying to stay competitive. Murray actually says that if you're looking for the house of your dreams, then it might be worth overpaying in order to get your offer accepted. But if it's not your forever home, by overpaying, you'll immediately be in a hole in terms of equity once the market eventually evens out. If you are a home buyer, then consider waiting before you purchase. Rent for a year and watch the market if you're concerned about buying a new home only to watch its value fall during a market correction. However, if you're buying a home that you plan to live in for the next 20 plus years, then today's purchase price really should not be a concern. Just buy the home you prefer to live in today. Now, that makes a lot of sense to me. Right now, I'm sort of in a rent situation, so I am watching the market, trying to rebuild my stock reserves that fell in this hectic time with the market. I want to give you guys more stocks and options videos, show you some of the amazing plays that I've made recently. Of course, that is still one of my biggest passions. I just need to break this losing streak. We'll see. I have a good feeling about these next few months. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. This has been The Ignorant Entrepreneur. If you'd enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe, maybe even leave a comment. This has been The Ignorant Entrepreneur. I'm out.